This is your cameraman and guy, Jane Nadrevsky, for this new update video of September 11, 2022. And today, this is a very special day, and it's a sad day, too. You know, about 21 years ago in New York City, two planes crashed into the World Trade Center around 8:40-something in the morning, or 9 o'clock in the morning. Yep. A lot of people lost their lives in the Twin Towers that day. Yep. Everything at the World Trade Center, they collapsed on fire trucks, stores, everything around there in the lower part of Manhattan. That was really bad that day. And also, that was a day when I was in school when this has happened, of the Twin Towers. There's something funny about that. Yep. It's not funny at all. That's how we lost 28,000 people that day. When the Twin Towers were knocked down that day, I was in school. My dad was about to be getting ready to go to work and driving my brother to college when he was in Queensboro College. As for me, OTC, the one by the Queen Central Mall, I was in. That's like a high school angle. Yep. And today was the first day with the football games. I picked on the Steelers and Eagles, but I used to be a Jets and Giants fan when I lived in New York, but not anymore. And today, these are the tapes I got in the flea market in Schuylkill Haven, Pennsylvania. Let's start with one of the three vintage of the Holy Grail of my Laurel and Hardy tapes. Okay, the first one we have here is Laurel and Hardy Comedy Classics Volume 1, featuring with the Oscar Academy Award-winning short of the Music Box, when Laurel and Hardy used to bring their piano up down the stairs. It's a classic. Dan's County Hospital, Live Ghost, and Twice 2. And this is exactly of 1987. That's the one I have. Same thing for 1980 original. And this is by Nostalgia Merchants when it's distributed by Fox Hills Video, not Media Home Entertainment, that's for sure. Yep. God, I love Laurel and Hardy. And same thing for the Three Stooges shorts. The next one we got here is Laurel and Hardy Volume 2 from the Nostalgia Merchant. Starts with Blotto. My dad watched Blotto a lot of times on the movie channel. That was like the year before there was a Laurel and Hardy show. Then we got Toad in the Hole, Bratz and Hog Wild. This is in 1987. Yep. And it's distributed by Fox Hills Video. But my personal favorite copy of this volume is 1985 by Nostalgia and Media Home Entertainment. The one I used to rent it out in the Cross Island Parkway back in the 90s. Yep. And here's one of the best Laurel and Hardy features. I don't mean way out west, but the classic Sons of the Desert. And it says Laurel and Hardy's best feature film by Leonard Maltin Movies. Yep. This is the one where Laurel and Hardy has to go to their convention. Yep. And their wives was played by Mae Bush. That's the one she was in some of the Laurel and Hardy films. Dorothy Christie and Charlie Chase was co-starred as one of the Lodge brother member. Yep. At the end of this tape, it has a bonus Hal Roach short that starred with Thelma Todd and Patsy Kelly in Top Flat in 1935. And I just checked out this tape. It's copied from the 1985 reissue of the Laurel and Hardy Sons of the Desert by Nostalgia and Media Home Entertainment. Yep. Here's another nice mess you got me into. The next one I'll be adding in the future, that is an MGM musical of high society, being Crosby, Grace Kelly, Frank Sinatra, and the great Louis Armstrong. I showed you the other copy of High Society, the 1985 tape. when I got that from the other flea market in somewhere in Pennsylvania. And this is the 1988 reissue of High Society. This is a remake of the Philadelphia story. I'll show you what this tape looks like. No print date on it. Maybe not. So it's like August 26, 90. And I got a couple of Superbook tapes. Yep. Let's start with Volume 2. And the Superbook is that series sets that creates the one that brought you the Flying House series during the early 80s. That'd be in 83. I used to have one of the Flying House VHS tapes when I lived in New York. On Volume 2 it has the Flaming Chariot and the True Portrait. Yep. This is released in TCV in around 87. I'll show you what this tape looks like. And here's what this tape looks like. And print date was on July 16th, 1987. And here's the Crown barcode on there. Yep. And here's like a little booklet about the tape series of the Superbook and the Flying House. This is a popular series did back in the 1980s. It was out commercially in beta or VHS. Around 87. And today, it's still raining out there anyway, yep. Fall's almost coming. And sometimes this month we might get some warm weathers. And here's Volume 5 of the Superbook that has the test, and here comes the bride. 1987. And I'm sorry about the little rip on this box. Somebody must have ripped it. Here's what this tape looks like. This tape was printed on March 2nd, 1988. These tapes are exactly hard to find. I'm going to put a tape on that. And I got 3 of the Adventures of Odyssey VHS. Let's start with episode 8, the one with Go West, Young Man. I think I showed you that from the previous update video. This is released in 1995. And Will Ryan was one of the voices. There's a vertical label. I'm going to add this to your eBay items to sell. Printed on June 19, 1995. That was at the time I was graduating at 205. When I was actually leaving that school going on to the junior high. And here's episode 9 of The Adventures of Odyssey. That is Someone to Watch Over Me. This is on VHS, 1996. I don't need this tape. I'll be selling it on eBay. Show you what this tape looks like. Here's what, and here it is. And this tape was printed on August 6, 1998. At the time, we were actually moving out of the Nana's old house into our previous house, the one we've been living for the past 21 years. And here's the third Odyssey tape. Episode 10 is In Harm's Way. And this is the 1997 release. Here's what this cassette looks like. This tape was printed on August, probably by April 22nd, 1998, when I was still living at Nana's at the time. And the school I was at was PS 177. When I got out of that school, when I was at the the Guy Brewer Boulevard school. And I got a couple of those unopened TDK VHS blanks. That is like the Revue standard grade 8-hour tape. This has got to be around the 2000s, early 2000s. Yep, unopened. And I got something else at the flea market today. The complete first season of The Odd Couple with Tony Randall and Jack Klugman. Do 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 do. I do like the movie of The Odd Couple with Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon. Did in 1968. And here's one of the episodes, like the laundry origin from September 24th, 1970. And here's like just 2 with more episodes on there. Can 2 men share the apartment without driving each other crazy? That's told by Disney narrator William Woodson. You might know him, narrator of the Disney read-alongs during the 80s. And this DVD set of the first Odd Couple complete season came out in 2007. Jack Klugman was alive at the time. That's about 5 years before his death. And today it's his 100th birthday of the great Jack Klugman. And I got a couple of these books I got at the flea market. Here's the Disney read-along of Davy Crockett. This got to be printed in 1971. Yep, but I have the read-along book and tape of Davy Crockett when it was reissued in 1982. Wonderful illustration. That was originally taken from at the record, but unfortunately they must have took it off. Here's what the back looks like. Yep. Here's the Velveteen Rabbit Golden Book, and this was released in, in 1992. Based on a story by Marjorie Williams. I have the Velveteen Rabbit, narrated by Christopher Plummer, the cartoon in 1985. The one I showed you there previously from my previous update videos. This is a pretty good story. I had to get this. The next one we got is Popples' Pajamas Party. And Popples is one of the popular cartoon characters. It's a paperback book from 1986 by Random House. During the 1980s, the Popples episodes were just released in Magic Window and RCA Columbia Pictures Home Video. That's when the Popples were popular during the 80s. It was made by Geek, the one who made the Inspector Gadget and the Care Bears during of the 80s. And here's the last one. It's called Pretenders, the story of the Pretenders. Released in 1988 by the Golden Book paperback. This is pretty good. So I guess that wraps it up for this September 11th update video for 9/11/2022. And wish these people the best of luck and God bless them. And that's why this is a very special, important day for the memorial of the people who lost their lives on 9/11. Yep, and we don't laugh, but we just take moments to figure out that was a very important, sad day in the world's history. Just like with Pearl Harbor on December 7th of 41. Yep. I'll see you next time when I give you more updates. Try to comment, subscribe, or ring a bell if you like this video or not. And God bless those people who lost their lives on 9/11. You just take care, and I'll see you next time for more videos. Goodbye, folks, and enjoy.